Welcome back to the channel. So today we get to do some garden maintenance. So my tomatoes are getting a little out of control, so we got to stake them up a little bit more than they are already. And I have to go around and stake up a few other tomatoes, my peppers, and I'm also going to be moving a few of the pots around on the deck here because they're kind of getting a little too close and too big around the air conditioner. So stay tuned and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get working. Okay, so as you can see, I don't even know if you can see the top of this one here. I'll have to get a better shot later, but I can't even reach the top of this one. These ones are all, so far all the tomatoes are taller than me except for the cherry tomato, which is just about my height. So before it gets too floppy and starts coming over into the walkway, I'm going to string it up again and just to kind of help give it some more support. And then down there I have a few. They're kind of going AWOL. They are not behaving on their trellis, their strings, so I'm going to have to do a little something extra for them. So, excuse me, Gizmo. All right, I'm just gonna leave my can here. And just gonna lock it. Say hi to the camera? You want to say hi to the camera? My trusty dusty hubby friend? Yeah? Should we go look for some tomatoes? You want tomato? Yeah, you heard that. Alright. Get you a tomato. Okay, so let me just grab ya. You want to show them all your tomatoes? You want to show them all your lovely tomatoes? So here we have the black cherry, which are huge this year, so I'm not sure what happened there. You gonna come show them? You gonna come show them your tomatoes? Yeah, come on. So this here is the Tiny Tim, and this is a dwarf tomato, and I actually have two of them in this container, and it is so prolific. And Gizmo here absolutely loves this little plant. Oh, Gizzy, here's a nice ripe one. You want one? You want one? Want a tomato? Want a tomato? Yeah, you want it? How is it? Is it yummy? Can mommy have one too? Because you always get all of them. I never get to eat them. Oh no, I dropped one. Oh no, this one fell off. How is it? Yummy? Oh no, you dropped it. You can't find it? You'll find it. It's right here, buddy. There you go. You're welcome. Oh, that's the problem when they're round. His eyes are so bad, poor guy can't see it. Okay, so the other problem we have here is my kohlrabi are kind of going crazy. But look at that. My first kohlrabi. Very exciting. So, yeah, I need to try and get this thing staked up a bit better. I stuck this in here and that's not holding it very well, so I'm just going to be doing a few things like that. This is going to have to get staked. I just kind of tucked it between the tree. Taming on this tomato plant. I had not anticipated it getting so big, and it actually knocked over the ring I had around the lupins, so I did kind of stake it yesterday. I just clipped it to the other tomato cage, so I'm going to come in and prune this. This is just one of those tiny sweet currant. I think it's the currant tomato plant. So, and there's Gizmo looking for more tomatoes. You looking for more tomatoes, buddy? Yeah? Are you looking for more tomatoes? Good thing you don't like peppers, huh? Mommy gets to keep all our peppers. I'll have to share those. Okay, so on this thing, I already kind of came in and trimmed a bit of it, but then I thought I'd give you a closer look. So you can see it is going bonkers. So I'm just going to be pruning off any of the leaves that don't have flowers. See how this one has flowers at the end? So we are going to leave that on there. Okay, so just going to come along like this. And like, it's not a big deal on these smaller sections, but once I get inside, and I'm going to be pruning off any suckers, like that one's got a sucker with it. But as I get into the base of it, you're going to start to see it's going to open up a lot in there once I start getting a lot of that extra unnecessary branches out. So I rescued this Rio Diplodenia for $2 at Canadian Tire. It's pink, and I'm just gonna take off the dead stuff. And there were a few blooms, so it's been blooming this summer, so that's good. Hopefully we can get some more blooms soon. It's a few hours later, and we've accomplished quite a bit. So up here, I put a tomato cage around this one. I kind of had to manhandle that poor little tomato. But don't worry, Gizmo got a few that fell. And then I moved the stake to this pepper plant. So that pepper plant's staked. I pulled one of the pots out because it was getting too close to the air conditioner, so I moved the rest of the pots forward. So it's got a bit more air in there. Down in here, I added a bowl with some olive oil and some soy sauce. So we shall see how that works. My other bait bowl is doing pretty good. And oh, look over here. This is a seed pod for the purple petunias. So I will collect that. Oh no, there they all come out. You see how tiny they are? So I love this. It's kind of hard to see. Sorry. Porcelain vine. Like, it is covered, and then all these little berries here are going to turn purple and blue, like iridescent colors in the fall or in late summer, and they just go absolutely crazy for those berries. It's like almost like they get drunk on them. You can just see it's like just covered in pollinators here. Put a tomato cage into this pepper container and hooked that one on, and then I added another cage over here to my Bonamalatas because it was starting to go crazy. And look at this down here, there's so many, and then there's like this baby, look at this little baby red one. Ah, so cute, so cute. And then I picked these today because they kind of fell off. I didn't really pick them, but they fell off while I was tying them on. And yeah, I got the green tomato fingers. Okay, so now for the surprise. Ta-da! The tomatoes. And yeah, so here's my pile. I pruned quite a bit of the unnecessary leaves off because I'm growing tomatoes, not leaves. So you can see now all the fruit. Like before, I know it was kind of hard to see in here, right? I was trying to show you, I was trying to find stuff, and you couldn't see anything. And now it's like boom, you can see everything. So it might look a bit dramatic at this point, but I really want to get a nice airflow in there, especially because I kind of smashed them all on with the rope. Remember I was like, oh, I couldn't find my money makers? Well, there they are. They were just hiding underneath all the excess leaves, right? So I could have probably taken a few more of these off down here, but you could just see all the fruit in here. So you just, any of these leaves, right, that have no tomatoes growing on it like this, you can just cut them right off, like this one. You can cut this one off, cut this one off. Don't cut the ones with the tomatoes. The only thing that was kind of weird was on the pink Berkeley tie-dye here, some of the tomatoes aren't like in clusters, so they're just kind of growing on the vine. So if you're growing that variety and you're kind of new to pruning, just be extra careful looking for the flowers. Because where was the one I pruned? I pruned some back, like it had excess leaves and it was kind of damaged, so I just pruned it after the last flower that I saw starting on there. So now it's opened up. You can just see like there's just a ton of tomatoes in there now. So they'll get some more light, and this way I can keep an eye out for pests. I am seeing a little bit of pest damage on some of these here. So, and we got a sucker. Yeah, it just makes it a lot more airy, and I know it looks kind of dramatic, but this is my walkway, and I'll show you a picture from last year. If I on this side, and then all of a sudden this will just start coming, and I have pictures, and just comes so far, and then I can't, it's just hard to get past it, and then you end up breaking branches at that point if I don't stay on top of it, manhandling it, and then I'm just cutting off big chunks of branches and stuff that even have tomatoes or whatever, because I'm just like, I gotta be able to walk through here. It's a mess. So at this point, it's taller than me, but what it's gonna happen, I'm gonna keep pruning it pretty harsh like this, as long as I can reach it. So it's going to go up to the gazebo, and the gazebo is this far off the ground. Okay, so they're going to go up the gazebo, and then most of the time they go up another 2-3 feet, and then they get too heavy and they come back down. And then sometimes they'll come all the way back down, and then they start winding. So some of them got, I don't know, 15-16 feet long last year. So there's a space here where I can't reach them, that they don't get pruned. So once they get up to that point, they can kind of do whatever they want up there, and then when they get close enough to where I can reach again, that's when I start pruning. And if they get like really heavy with fruit and they're going to start snapping, then I'll get a ladder out and do what I have to do. But for now, I'm trying to keep this part in check so that I am not left with an entire wonky mess like I have been the past few years. So I'm trying to keep on top of it. So all right, so down here I was pretty drastic with the other tomatoes as well. So you can see here, I have the string here. It's looking a little messy. I think they'll start to stand up once the sun comes. And I've staked this. Someone was throwing out these poles on this at the garbage. So this is a recycled pole from something. I don't know what it was from. But I thought, hey, I could use that for stakes in the garden. So this one here is holding the kohlrabi in place. I put a wrap around the floppy 4 o'clocks that are just starting to bloom. They just opened up today. Aren't they so sweet? Last year I only had yellow ones. I see I might get some yellow ones in here too, but I had some red seeds I got in a swap this year, so that's exciting. And my cilantro is looking really pretty over there. And then the tomatoes. You can hardly even recognize them. So it was a bit of a massacre, but like it was insane. They were so full. And it was just, I couldn't even figure out how to get them into the tomato cages because I couldn't see anything. So I think they're going to do a lot better now. So the energy, instead of going into making and feeding those leaves and keeping those leaves healthy and plump, it's going to go into the tomatoes. They are going to keep growing leaves, and I'm going to have to get something taller to stake them on. So be looking, you can just see this thing is just full of fruit. You can see them on there, and they come on these nice long clusters. So this is a sweet, I don't know why I can never remember the name, sweet currant tomato.